The first year you heard of anybody claiming Crip in Long Beach, what year was that?
It had to be 1970.
Okay.
That early?
Yep.
Well, let me ask you this about rewind back to the Pike. You guys said you guys used to hustle up there.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about any gang rumbles up there you guys used to have?
Never.
Never.
I'm telling you, the only gang rumbles that we had in this hood right here back in the 60s is when I first drove up and we had a store like Follis called Hudson's. It was that 1 week only. You buy that shit for $5 or $6, you wearing it for the day, you wash it and throw it away. I'm sharper than a motherfucker the first day of school. I'm looking like straight pimp hustler like I supposed to, you know. Niggas still got their clothes from last year. They don't know how to, you know, boost and shit. Fuck that, I'm going in and get me some school clothes. My mom ain't got no money. So me and my boy, David Bender from 94th and grade, that's what we did, nigga. We go in the damn store and we coming out decked out, clean every day. So I'm cleaning the motherfucker, all the bitches on me. I'm coming out the class and walking across the street right here on Alamedas in Anaheim. And niggas jumped me. I'm like, the fuck niggas riding on my back? I thought they was playing. These are all the niggas, the original ones that lived there before anybody called anybody any names or anything. They called themselves a little club or a clique. So about 6 or 7 of them jump on me. And they get me, but I'm knocking niggas, just hitting them and shit, knocking them down. All the bitches around, ah! Then one nigga jump up on the car, hit me in the head with a bottle, and my whole world changed. I'm like, oh, I'm in kill mode now. I'm beating niggas in the head with bricks, chasing niggas home, calling their mom and daddies out and everybody. So after that, about 3-4 days later, I don't know if you guys ever heard of the Abrahams and the Tates or Snoops and them folks. Or Marvin Tate, Michael Tate now. You ain't never heard of them?
I heard of them.
Yeah.
Go on, tell us about them.
Yeah, well, they was like older than me, and their little brother was Victor Abraham. He used to do a little boxing because he was a little scrapper too. But you know, he really couldn't see me, none of them could. Their brother Pud, he's like a little leader too, you know, in the hood, and he's leading them. So the Abrahams sent Victor Abraham after me because I beat up Ricky Cheatham and a gang of other niggas, and Victor's supposed to be the bad nigga in the hood. They sent him after me. I catch Victor at school. Instead of me beating him up, well, I'm huge, I just grab him by his neck and by his crouch and walk over to my coach and say, Coach, take care of my lightweight, and I throw him to my coach. And when his big brother heard about it, he wanted to see me, but when he came up on me, he kind of like talked his way out of it. So after that, the niggas get at me, man, we about to start the club, man. We gonna call it the Ambassadors. And we had got the little shield, draw the little shield on there. This is where the shield come from, but at the time, the Raiders was winning in Oakland. They was like the major team. And people think we were into football, but never that. The shield just represents the shield, just like in the Bible in Ephesians. Put on your shield, it's your protection, you know? And we had our name on our shield. Then we went from that shield to another shield, was called the Artistics. Then after that, since we would just go anywhere we wanted to go and the Raiders would win it, we put on the Raider shield and we kept that shield ever since. And after that, later on when Easy and them started doing what they was doing, Easy and them put on the shield. Everybody started rocking the shield. And they was talking about, that's Crips shield. That's not Crips shield. That's Eastside Long Beach Ace Deuce shield. We started before they did. They changed the shit, split it up, and now we got brothers shooting each other, selling dope to each other, doing dumb shit that this community wasn't even about.
Let's rewind a little bit. Tell us who Chico Bell is.
Chico Bell, to my memory, Chico Bell, he came around at, I'd say, 66, 67. And he noticed our crew, how we carried ourselves, you know, because we was always clean, and we hardly ever wore tennis shoes unless we had a game with somebody, you know, and then wear sportswear and shit. And he kind of liked the way we did it, how we throw parties, and when we served, you know, liquor and shit at the parties, we always serving, we always hustling and making money. He liked the way we drove in the Suicide Dope Cadillacs and Continentals and the Fleetwoods and shit. He liked our styles, but he wanted to be with us. So we used to make the nigga mob behind us when we did mob. And we played a little game on niggas when they want to join the clique. We like drop a dub on the ground and keep on going, or we'll drop a sack on the ground and keep on going. And this nigga got our back, right? So we had to smack him up because we get all the way to PCH in California. We done walked all the way from 14th in California. And hey, my nigga, I dropped that dub. You see that dub, Chico? No, I didn't see it. You ain't seen it? No, I think I seen something, but you didn't pick it up? Then we whoop on him. And after we whooped on him, he became like a loyal ace Deuce after that. He was on our team so tough, man. He taught us shit, man, that we didn't even know. And self-defense and fighting. Because he was a damn good fighter himself. But like I say, we never fought each other.
What was that little technique you were showing us that Chico Bell used to do?
Chico Bell, the spondylate. He catch you like this.
What's it called again?
The spondylate.
Okay.
Chico Bell, he would catch you right here. He like, what's up, homie? He grab your collar and lift it a little. He hit both your ankles and pull them way up here. And then he'll lay your head on the concrete. You out. You knocked
That
the
was his
fuck
signature
out.
move.
That was Chico's signature move, the spondylate.
So Chico Bell was an AC Deuce, right?
Yeah, he was, until he disappeared.
When were you aware that he started cripping?
I wasn't. All I know is Chico Bell disappeared, and I don't know where the fuck he went. I heard a bunch of shit.
I'm from the east side. Right. He wasn't no ace dude.
He was right there with us, nigga. That's what we was. That was earlier.
Who's that?
It's Billy Brown. Who was that?
You don't know who this is?
I see you. You done got a tan. I remember you. Oh shit.
Oh, okay. All right.
This nigga know what?
Oh, shit.
But fine, brother, fine. What's up, fine? TV, honey, fine. But you went over there on 12th and Lewis when we used to hang out at Hose Road. What year was you born?
56.
Yeah, you might have been around there. But I remember Tony Bond. I remember Tony Bond over here on this side of PCH most of the time.
I was on that side.
You know, across
Junior
PCH?
Boy.
Oh, you was with John, Junior Boy?
And
Yeah.
Skipper.
That's what I'm saying. I
Dennis,
already named them niggas. Junior Boy and Skipper.
I see you jump in.
Hey.
Come here, Tony.
No,
You
I
good?
don't do the TV thing.
They ain't gonna catch you no way,
It
man.
don't make no difference.
So,
I don't
Billy,
You got a cell phone, they already know where you at.
So
No.
I'm trying to understand the correlation, because you're saying it was the AC Deuces, then there were the Paybacks, then there were the Gator Boys, then there were the Insanes and 20s. If there's any correlation to how these things transpire, or all these individuals came, or were these splinters? Because if you say that the AC Deuces started in the 60s, right?
Yeah.
Then later on, you got the Paybacks, right?
I don't know nothing about the payback.
Okay, we'll jump to the Gators then.
The Gators,
Gator Boys,
yeah.
right? And then you got Insanes and 20s, right?
Well, the 20s was way before the Insane.
No, I'm talking about the 20 Crips.
The 20 Crips, those are like the 20s babies. The
Okay, so I'm trying to figure out-
Insanes is like the Ace Deuces babies.
I'm trying to figure out, is there any correlation?
Okay. I'm sorry.
Is there any correlation between these individuals? Because what's odd to me about it is that I don't think anybody can formulate these type of games and not be inspired by the first game and the next game and the next game. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get in my head. I'm like, who started the separation? Because at this time, I think the OJs, because we had the other word, we called each other brother. Then OJs came out with their record, Don't Call Me Brother. During that time, ain't nobody feeling the brothers no more. The brothers done sold each other dope, they done stole from each other, they done shot each other. And don't call me brother no more. Don't call me blood. Don't call me cut. Nigga, it's like this, nigga. I got mine, you get yours, nigga. We not even doing this uniting shit no more. And that was time for me to go then. All my boys is dead. They done smacked out, whacked out, in the pen. I got my baby now. I got to go.
Would it be safe to say that Chico Bell is the one that started the Crippin' in Long Beach?
I would say that.
Say they came later.
I would say that. I would say that because...
What's the brother name, Byrne?
Tony, TB.
TB.
Tony Bond.
TB. Would it be safe to say that Chico Bell originated the Crips
In Long Beach?
No.
No.
It ain't safe to say that. No, it ain't safe to say that. No. I'm gonna tell you something, man. Come here, Kenneth. It's like this. A lot of people don't know the real history about this.
That's what we're trying to get.
This man here brought the Crips to Long Beach. Before that, we were just the homeboys hanging out.
So Barefoot Pookie, that's what I was trying to get at to understand who bought the Crips.
Brought Payback. That's who brought Payback to Long Beach.
They trying to get the history on it.
So this is a reunion for Pookie to be here with y'all standing here right now.
That's my homie. You know, he don't even know where I was. But I'm just saying.
But you remembered him.
Yeah, I know all that rock.
He might have tried to store that on.
So you remember Pookie in Long Beach?
Yeah, he passed Payback. Gardena started, and then we started. And it wasn't but 9 of us. If you really want to know the truth.
Who was that 9?
I ain't dropping no. First of all,
that's why we started calling each other dog and low, because we don't do government names.
When he dealt with, hold on. When he dealt with, when he brought Crip out here, what was the name of the Crip set he brought out here?
Payback.
Okay.
Insane Paybaccs.
Okay.
Insane
Wasn't no
Paybaccs.
Crips before that?
Yeah, when they came out here, I was out of
They
the
used to
business.
try to
I was
call
grown. I was
us
gone.
Gator Boys, but we wasn't no Gator Boys. A little incident happened where somebody from Compton got killed.
See, that's what I was telling you. That's what I'm telling you.
By Willie being the oldest, he got busted. By him being the oldest, they just assumed, put that name on it.
It was in '69, wasn't it?
Nah, about 71.
Okay.
Before I went to
Same thing I told you earlier.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what year do you remember Pookie coming out here?
About 71, 70, 71.
Yeah, that's when I had
see,
my son.
I knew Pookie before that.
Right.
See, I used to go all over. You know,
Yeah.
I started gang banging in the Grandies with Catnip, Big Amp,
But tell him,
Malone,
Tony.
Hit it all, Bruno.
Let him talk.
Yeah, I know Bruno. I know
Red
him.
Dog.
Yeah. See, that's where I started it. Before Crips was out here, we used to go all over.
What year was that?
70, 69, 70. Catnip, Blue Baby, and he ran us out of there.
Shit, that was a long
time ago, yeah.
So you guys the one started that Crip shit.
So you were at the pipe.
Yeah.
When all that was, when
Yeah,
Compton's in the west side and the east side would come down there, and you guys were, you know,
We
down
used to
there.
get at the Rivoli, Pike, the Rivoli, even right here, you know.
The Lido, remember the Lido?
Bros used to tell them what our parties was. They come by and we get into it.
That's how that situation happened.
But
with
dude
AB's
wouldn't have
brother.
died if they hadn't tried to drive him back to Compton.
His name was Jackson.
Yeah, he wouldn't have died. Yeah.
So we come across some articles in the paper that kind of labeled Long Beach as an anti-Crip city at that time, fighting Compton.
No.
You don't see it like
that was
that was
propaganda.
See, we was fighting.
They was trying to turn us against
anybody
Compton.
from Compton.
Oh, so it was a city thing,
It
not
was a
Crip
city thing. It wasn't no Crip thing.
Okay.
It was a city thing.
That's when the U.S. boys was.
Yeah, it was a
But
city
before
thing.
old boy got
It
killed
wasn't-
in Compton, we were going all in the projects anywhere we want to go.
But I mean, certain individuals, you know, like me, like I said, I got family from Compton.
Exactly.
Fruit Town.
Name them.
No.
Let me ask you this: what came first, Insane or 20s?
Now that, I don't know. I can't tell you because I was locked up. But I can tell you this. One of my brothers started Insanes and one of my brothers started 20s.
That's,
I got
that
family.
had to be
Who was
difficult.
Mad Dog? You remember Mad Dog? Yeah, he got cracked. He just started the 20s from, I don't know, he used to be over there on 17th Street. He's going right now.
When I left,
on
it
the
was
wall.
Payback. It wasn't no east side. It wasn't no west side. It wasn't no
Yeah.
north Long Beach. When I left the streets, it was Payback.
And when you came home, what was it?
It was Insanes, 20s. They had a couple.
What
of
year
dudes
you
from-
went to the pen?
I went to Penn 76.
Oh,
75.
okay. Yeah, because they was saying that shit before you went, but they wasn't claiming it like this.
No. Well, I'm
You
gonna tell you,
around in 70 and
I
69.
rolled in 96.
Yeah.
Bless you, man.
So did you know Oscar Carter, Bam,
Yeah.
and Big Bouncer, Bandit?
I know all of them.
Okay.
My brother started Insane with 5 of them. My brother.
What about
Chicken
Ken Dog?
Chicken
Dog.
Swoop.
Yeah, my
Chicken
brother.
Swoop. Okay, I know
Brian
Chicken.
Key.
I forgot that's your
Yeah,
brother.
that's my baby brother.
Rockhead, get on the ball, man.
Yeah, I know Chicken.
My other brother
Hey, hold
Steph
on.
started.
Y'all know what's so funny?
My brother Killer.
He's sitting over there. He trying to figure out. He know all of us.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting up there. He like, Rockhead, cut the shit out. I'm like, man. But it was years.
Yeah.
Me and you,
Yeah.
no. Me and you has been about almost 30 something, almost 40 years. We ran into the system.
How did Dennis Thornton play into it?
See, you ask me questions. I can't answer nothing but about me or my family.
I got you.
You know, because I don't want to put
I just
nobody
asked.
out there that
Yeah.
that don't want to be out.
Right?
Don't
They
trip.
know,
You know,
but that's all you can
you know,
do. Like when I
I
got
can
on,
just tell you
and I spoke,
what I know.
me.
Right.
My brother Killer, Catman, and a couple other Star 20s. My brother Chicken Swoop, Brian, rest in peace, both of them rest in peace, started Insane. Now how they started fighting each other,
I'm in the parking
I couldn't
lot
tell you.
already.
I was gone. All of them.
So you went to the pen as a payback or insane?
I went to the pen as a payback. I ain't never been on Insane.
Oh.
I ain't never been
Payback.
Okay. I went to the pen as a payback.
And when the hood switched over to insane, you didn't switch over with it?
All right. Excuse me.
You ask me what my line, just ask me who I ride with. If I was still banging, it'd be the 20s.
Whose hood are we in right now?
The 20s and Saints. Both of them. Both of them. They share. This is unusual
So you guys are
neighborhood.
family.
Yeah. This is unusual. This is not like nowhere else. It ain't no street separate these guys. No street, no boundaries. They share the same park. They share everything.
Babies,
You know,
everything.
They family. Half of them, like I said, I got brothers that's insane. I got a brother that was a 20 and one is the same. My cousin, Cup, he's in a 20.
So when you was
Reese Cup, that's my first cousin.
so when you was in the pen all this time and you heard about these dudes
That
Feuding.
they was stupid. But, you know, what can you say?
and none of y'all old heads try to put it back together?
I wasn't out here, man. How can you regulate something from
76, 94.
See, but it's the same shit you asked me. It's hard when you in jail all your damn life and you get out and shit changed.
You can't.
It's what it is.
Hey, this ain't my time no more. This is theirs.
It's
You know,
what it is.
I don't think it's right. I don't never. The way I was brought up, Crips don't kill Crips.
Come on.
They
That's
only
the way I was
multiply.
The way I was brought up.
That's the way I was brought up. You know, so what they doing now, what they was doing back then, you know, it's something different.
Tell me more about the Gator Boys.
incident you and Willie.
Like you didn't
How y'all
mention whether
became
they was a family or a gang.
Well, from my information, I gave the boys, they was just like a large family. They was like one of the largest families around here besides the Tates and the Abrahams and who else? Ruiz, Burris. It was like a lot of different families, but they was like one of the largest known families because it was always in the news. It was in the news. I think when they started out, they lived right here on Wesley Drive, and I think Moms and Pops got into a scrap one time, and Moms off Pops, and that's how their name kind of just became known. That the Gators was hard, you know, Moms don't pop. So it was like, you know, the Gators is hard, and so Willie, he was like the leader of 16th Street, MacArthur Park. And they called them the Gators, even if they wasn't in the family, but they had a big family. And Willie, he was the same as us. He wasn't going around shooting niggas. He was doing what he do, you know, maybe serving some weed or something. And you know, taking care of his area, his hood. He turned out to be a good friend of mine.
Now, how big of a name? The people in Long Beach used to fear Billy Brown?
Not
Or
really,
respect?
but
Well,
they
what
was
was
more
it?
like respect because they knew. Right now, sometimes I go to the store and I meet some youngsters, not youngsters, they're old now with the gray, and they be like, "Ain't you Billy Brown?" I'm like, "Who is you?" "Man, you don't remember you used to walk me home, man, because they be trying to jump on me." And I'm like, "Damn, nigga, I remember you."
What's the Gaither family considered today?
Yeah, I guess.
Where do they fall at in the Insane 20 line?
You have to ask them.
The Gaithers.
You have to ask them. I really couldn't, you know, like I said, I'm not gonna speak on nobody with their allowance lie.
See, that's how we was wrong. See them whips in the back.
You know.
Hold on. Yeah, I can't even see this shit.
It's old as fuck.
Yeah.
That's 69, 70, 71.
This is the one I showed you earlier, but it's in better condition.
So look,
But see, like me and Membrane, Rain,
Yeah.
that's my road dog. He from Gardena Payback.
He 111 payback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We was in,
Yeah.
me and him, we was in the pen, you know, when he found out from Payback, you know, that's how we ride.
so wait a minute. Are there anybody else like you in Long Beach that still stay true to Payback?
Well, I mean,
Or are you the last of the dying breed?
no, I mean, if you ask somebody, like a lot of dudes don't know about Payback. A lot of these youngsters don't know
They
about
don't.
Payback. They don't. They just know about 20s and Insane. And they don't really know the truth about that. You know, a lot of people put that Gaither thing on everybody. Like they started. They didn't. It's a lie. That's a lie. He was down. That's my homie. You know. But as far as starting the neighborhood, then you can't get that to just one person. Not one person from Long Beach. If you want to give it to somebody, you might give it to this man. But from Long Beach, you can't give that to nobody because we really didn't. I started banging. I started going to jail before any of my little homies of my age, and I used to fight Crips and Bloods before they was Bloods, Brims. So I just got tired. I was in. I think I was in. Was I in YA? I was in Tracy. No, I was in YA. In YTS, and I started hanging with Catnip and Big Aunt Malone, and that's how I started banging. That's how I started. So, but it wasn't I didn't have no set. I was just, you know, I just got tired of fighting everybody, so I just chose.
And then this dude comes to Long Beach
And he brought it to Long Beach, you know. Yeah.
How much of it do you get at Chico Bill?
No.
No Crip influence.
I mean, he was a Crip. He was
BGF.
he was a Crip. I mean, he was a Crip. Don't get me wrong. He put work in this hood. He did do that.
Yeah.
But as far as him being, a lot of the homeboys looked up to him. You know, because he was down. He wasn't no punk. I ain't going to put that on him. He wasn't no punk. But he didn't start this.
my man said he was more like an alien. He appeared and then disappeared.
Yeah, but that's what all of us around that age, that's when, you know, we was in and out.
Yeah, he went to San Diego for a minute. That's where he got busted at San Diego.
Yeah, he went to San Diego. Big D took him out there the first time. See, a lot of people don't give Big D the credit. Yeah, Big D was one of the original Payback. You know. But, yeah.
So you was paybacking in Long Beach, and you would go to hang with the Gardena homeboys and LA homeboys?
When I met them, I was already off the streets. You know, I was gone. When I started hanging out, I was hanging out in LA and in Compton before this Payback even started. You know, I was banging up there. I used to go up there and hang out in Compton. Like I said, I had a lot of family from Fruit Town and the Grandies, and I had a couple people from Santana. Yeah, a couple people from Santana. Well, you know, my cousin, Too Sweet.
Yeah.
Andre.
Oh, yeah.
That's my first cousin.
my loved one.
But you know he where he grew up at.
Yeah, Fruittown.
Fruittown. On Madison, on the dead
I
end.
grew up in Fruittown.
Yeah, he
in
grew
the
up
60s, but
yeah,
you know,
but that's
before
all my
then,
family
right.
is from. He my first cousin here.
Jesse.
Arthur.
Yeah.
Rock.
Right.
Yeah,
right,
them was my first cousin. But we see my grandmother and his father and my other cousin, they all stayed in, my grandmother stayed on Peach. They stayed on Blitz.
Cherry, plum, peach.
They stayed
pear.
on Blitz. We stayed on on Madison, you know, the dead end. You don't know my cousin that got busted?
What's his name?
Rod. No, Rod.
Yeah, no Rod. Yeah.
They stayed on the dead end. But they mothers.
Boulevard.
Yeah. No, that's Insane.
But
Insane.
Yeah.
Remember Insane? His cousin paint the cars.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
Andre
it.
gone though.
They might struggle a little bit with Florida.
But yeah, so I used to spend every summer. My dad used to come take me every summer.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned catnip, because catnip get mentioned quite often.
Yeah, catnip was
In a lot of
Not
these,
enough, though.
but
he was
Nobody says anything.
right.
But see, he was a good dude. Him and Big Am Malone and Joker.
Joker.
All the,
Yeah,
they
Did
played
you
each
know
other.
Softy?
And they played the
I
same schedule.
knew him, but not like, not really like
Red
that.
Dog, the Red Dog.
Now
That's
me
Michael
and
Redd.
Bruno, me and Bitter Dog go back
You seen Bruno,
Yeah.
from the beginning,
from the beginning. Me and Bruno
Yeah.
go back.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and then we been up in YA but see,
All the way-
it's like this. Certain people push that insane thing and 20 things, but they originally wasn't from Long Beach.
Yeah, that's
Rob
what I was
Dog
telling
ain't
him. All them people ain't even.
Yeah, because he
Long
from
Beach.
the 30s.
Yeah, you know, so they loyalty, they love for each other, they didn't have it. You know, like some of these guys grew up next door to each other, went to the same schools, played at the same park. So when they went, you know, because the way I was told, Insanes was more of a game banger, 20s was more of hustlers.
Right.
You know, so if I look at it, my brother that was a 20 killer, he was a little older than Swoop. You know, so they was more of a hustlers, and these guys more of the game bang, the enforcers of the neighborhood.
One question, though.
And then something happened where somebody killed somebody, beat up somebody,
Yeah.
and it started like
That's
that.
why it
So
started.
wait a minute, we had a 20 and an insane living in the same house.
Yeah.